overview, then jump into some different ways you can use it in the classroom, and then mess with some advanced settings to make it the best experience you can possibly have. Google Forms is amazing, and it is a free, brilliant resource. It simplifies so many tasks that you already do.
I'm going to start in a clean Chrome browser so there is not as many distractions. I use Google Chrome for everything because it's so seamlessly integrated with all of my 413 accounts. There are a few ways you can get to Google Forms. You can do a Google search here. And just click on Google Forms and that will take you where you need to go. Another way you can do it is to go back to your Google account and then just click on these little 9 dots right up there in the corner next to your picture, and you'll go down to where it says Forms. If you are already in your Google Drive, you can go up here to New and then do Google Forms, and it'll give you the option of a blank quiz or from a template. I personally don't like this route. I prefer to go into Google Forms where it looks like this, so that's what I'm going to do. You will see here that these are my 2 recent forms that I've created. However, there are a lot of templates that you can choose from to get you started. When you're looking at the template gallery, be sure you're looking at the general here. There are not templates under the USD 413 option. These are the main types of templates that you can do. You have options for blank quizzes, exit tickets, assessments, worksheets, course evals, contact information, appointments, RSVPing, party invites, t-shirt signups, and event registrations. Now, you can create a form for literally anything. I usually find it is a nice thing to do to start from a blank template so we can look at all the steps that go into these. Let's start with going over all the different setting options that we have up in the upper menu bar. The first little puzzle piece there, you can see all the different add-ons that you can use. I personally do not use any of these add-ons, but they are there for you to use if you would like to. And if you'd like to know more about them, then let me know and we can do a little deep dive into those. This little painter's palette, if you click on it, that's where you can change your theme. You can choose an image for your header from their preloaded ones, or you can upload your own. Let's upload one of our own, and we're going to open up this one here that I made for the website. And now I have a personal banner up there that I made in Canva. The little eyeball up there in the bar, that is where you can look here to preview what your quiz is going to look like. Obviously, my quiz is nothing yet. Now we have our undo and redo buttons, and then send. When you click on send, you will not want to do that until your form is absolutely 100% ready to go out. But there are a few different options here. I usually always click automatically collect respondents 413 email address. That way you know who said what. This is really important if you're doing quizzes or something that you need to know where your response came from. If I'm sending it out to parents, I will probably want to send it out to emails, and obviously if I'm sending it to parents, I do not want to have the automatically collect 413 email addresses because they would not be able to submit it. You can either send it out via email or you can send out a link. When I'm doing a link, I will make sure that I always click shorten so it's not so long and ridiculous. And then there's the embed option if you want to embed your form into a website like I did on my Tech Tidbits site if you want to see an example of that. We are going to start off in the questions tab. The first thing I always do is change the name of the form so it is easy for me to find later. For the name of the form, you have 4 different formatting options: bold, italics, underlined, link, so you could link it to a resource or website you want to use with it, and then the clear formatting button. Under that, where you can add the description, you have those same formatting options with the addition of bullets and numbering. On our side menu here, we have 6 options. Add a question does exactly that. Import questions lets you bring in questions from another form you've already created. You can add another title and description. You can add an image from your computer, Drive, or a random Google search. And you can insert a YouTube video. I'm going to walk you through here how to insert an image and show you the different options. So as you can see, you can upload, you can use a webcam, you can use from a website, Google Drive, or a Google image search. When adding a video, you can search YouTube if you have a topic or idea, or you can search by the URL if you know that. Let's find a Blue Comet football game. Let's insert the one versus Fort Scott from this year. Now let's explore the types of questions that you can ask. There are a few options. You have short answer and paragraph. I would use short answer if it was a complete sentence or less, and paragraph if you're wanting more than one complete sentence. You have multiple choice, check boxes, and drop down selection. You have a file upload if you wanted someone to submit a PDF or doc or Google Doc. You have a linear scale, which is really good for rating things 1 to 10 or whatever number scale you want. A multiple choice grid, a checkbox grid, a date selector, and a time selector. I will not make you go through and watch me create every single type of question, but I will link with this video the Google form that I made so you can see examples of every single type of question and look at how I made it. When you switch to the Responses tab, you will typically see a pie chart with summary data and the option to look at individual results. There are none here since no one has completed this form yet. There is an option to create a spreadsheet. I always do this. It puts it into a Google Sheets document, and this way you can interact with the data more. If this is an ongoing form, new results will be added to the next row as they come in. Moving on to the Settings tab, the first option is to decide if you want to make it a quiz or not. I only do this for assignments, quizzes, tests that I'm actually going to grade. I release the grades immediately unless there are short answer or paragraph answer questions. Locked mode is what I would select if it was a closed note test. They cannot do anything else on the Chromebook until they finish your assignment. This can only be done if they're using a 413 issued Chromebook. The respondent settings are preference based on the type of assignment it is. Under responses, I always, unless it's going to be an anonymous survey or feedback form, I always collect email addresses. And if it is something that I want them to have access to their responses for studying purposes or feedback, I will send them a copy of their responses. If it is a test that not everyone has taken yet, then I usually leave that off and we can go over it together once everyone is done. I usually never select allow response editing. If it is an assignment or something that I just want staff to answer, I will pick restrict users to USD 413 and its organizations and will limit to one response unless it is something I'm using for an exit ticket or something that I want to have them submit a new response to multiple times. Under presentation, the one setting I usually change is shuffle question order, and I do this so that if we are taking a quiz and you are looking at your neighbor's Chromebook, you're not seeing the same questions in the same order that they are. It helps us stop that cheating just a little bit. Thank you for watching our intro on Google Forms in the classroom. Be looking out for our follow-up about grading.